Hello there and welcome to another video. Today I would like to expand upon the previous video I made a few days ago. Specifically about games and why they are no longer fun. And of course what we can do about it. The first thing we can do is encourage ourselves to learn how to make video games better and what ideas we can implement. Of course this takes a lot of motivation and encouragement, as well as inspiration, which sometimes can decline due to lack of funds. So, developing anything must not be out of pressure for making funds, but rather the realization of the idea itself. In other words, the inspiration, the joy that comes from seeing our idea coming into fruition is what should drive us to make those creative works of art, which we call games in this regard. I talked a lot about how we should encourage development of quality games by solely or mostly supporting those games. However, we can also contribute by being the creators ourselves. So the best we can do is write down any cool ideas that we have about any game. It can be anything. And then we can see how we can make it come to life. This goes with anything, from art to programs to anything like that. It is important to note that there's no such thing as purely creative. There's no such thing as made out of nothing per se. What we're doing is we are recycling ideas and we combine many concepts and ideas together into a new form. In this case, we can see how the most silly idea can come to life into the most fun game. I don't think there is such thing as silly ideas, it's more like they're out of context sometimes. And other times they're boring because we've seen them so many times repeatedly that they don't give us any value or actual enjoyment. Another reason why games may not be fun anymore is because we are too used to them. We are too used into having those chemicals and whatnot. And sometimes it's good to take a break and come back, or sometimes it's good to switch to another entertainment medium. It's important to go out and take a break, away from the technology itself, and then come back and we will notice that it's actually fun, and more fun than it used to be before. And excuse me if I'm making those videos, but I figured it is very necessary to speak about those things, especially openly, like that. And I think we could do our best and we could do better. And if we think something is not enough, then we may as well try to make something that we think is enough or more than enough. The reason why those old games were so fun is because some people had some silly ideas. And make no mistake, they were also made to make money. But they were hiring people who were creative already and have great ideas. And then they would monetize it for them. But it turned out in those late years that it's been mostly about exploitation, as we all know. And the best we can do is desaturate the market from what it is and inflate it with what we want. And if we think we can do better, then we may feel motivated enough to actually start making something better. I for one had a great idea about a card game, for example, with interesting mechanics. Now there may be more card games out there, but some of them repeat the same model, and the ones which actually do better are oftentimes the ones which have the most working and fun mechanics. It depends, of course. It depends on your idea. And if you think it would be a great game to play, then you may as well make it. Nothing is really stopping you, and it doesn't have to be anything super flashy, or super impressive, or super expensive. It can be as simple as it gets. And as we have known so far, most indie games start like that, and depending on their scale, that's the best they do. I hope this was enlightening and perhaps eye-opening, because I myself had those ideas and I thought over the years, especially after reading so much on the internet and from books and stuff like that, that these things should be in the minds of many people, and We should be more aware as humans and of course as consumers and players that those things are a thing and they exist. How some things are not healthy for us and others maybe. Games can be very healthy for us as well as unhealthy, depending on the game and depending on our situation. Again, thank you very much for watching so far and thank you very much for following. If you liked the video, make sure to thumbs up, and if you didn't, you can thumbs down. Again, thank you very much for watching. And if you like this type of content, I have another channel called Deep Spiral that you can check out. It's also in the description. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.